S01E01 Thriller Lady Killer, Part 1, Take 1.
Communicate? I don't think I'm particularly dull, and I'm sure you've lots of interesting things to tell.
I'm afraid I'm not very
Oh, nonsense. Let's give it a try anyway. Oh, I'm so sorry. I really have no right whatever to succumb
No.
here.
No. It's all right, really. I'd like to talk.
You're not offended?
Oh, no.
Honestly?
No, honestly, really.
Well, if we're going to talk, I'm going to introduce myself. Paul Turner.
I'm Jennifer Frith.
From, don't tell me, Indiana.
How did you know that?
No, I've traveled the States quite a bit, and I've got a good ear for an accent.
Oh.
Am I right?
Absolutely right, yes.
Oh, dear. Suppose I'm fed up with this place because I've just taken a place myself by the coast.
Oh.
Busman's holiday.
Busman's, is...
Busman's holiday?
No.
Well, it's an English phrase. It means no holiday at all. Don't ask me why. And tomorrow she gets a whirlwind of romantic pleasures, starting with a full flower treatment.
Where are we going?
Shelley's birthplace.
You're kidding! But that must be miles away.
200 to be exact. That's why we have a car.
But don't you have business things that you have to do and...
Cancel them. I've always intended to make the pilgrimage, and somehow... Jenny... Oh, I hate goodbyes. I just hate them. There's a phrase. Everybody uses it, and very few actually mean it. It's been nice meeting you.
There's so much charm and texture. It's really lonely, though, isn't it? I don't think I saw another house for the last 2 miles.
There's an old boy lives on the other side of the cliff, but you're right, it is lonely. But then when I took it, I didn't know I was going to be taking your wife as well. But now you're here, it's not going to be lonely anymore.
It's going to be wonderful. Oh, I know what. As soon as possible, we'll have a housewarming, okay?
Housewarming?
Well, that's the traditional thing, isn't it? Of course, there won't be any of my friends here, but your friends. I'm dying to meet them. You do have friends, don't you?
Of course I do.
Oh? Hello! Good morning! Of course I want you to stay. This place is much too big for me to take care of by myself.
I didn't come here begging for Joe.
Oh, no, really. I'd love it if you'd help, if you will. Tell you the truth, I'd really appreciate the company as well.
3 mornings a week?
Oh, fine, yes.
Well, I'll better get started then.
I shouldn't have blown my top like that. I'm sorry. Succeed beyond my wildest dreams.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you look terrible. Now, clean up your face. And revert to the girl I know. Yes?
Okay.
No, but he did say be back soon.
Oh.
Oh, well, I'm glad to see this place rented again. It's not right for it to be standing empty.
It's not rented anymore. My husband bought it.
Not in your life. Colonel Mallard's place, this is. Is that what he told you? He bought it?
Well, no, not exactly. I just assumed that he...
No, it belongs to Colonel Mallard. Well, it did. His executives look after it now. You know, the people who run things for you after you're buried.
Yes, his executors.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, don't approve of marriages where the husband has his own secrets.
It's not a secret. I made a mistake, that's all.
Darling.
You were out early.
With good reason. I felt so rotten about last night. Here.
For me?
Mm-hmm. I bought you a dress of my own choice, and I can't make any silly complaints, can I?
Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's really lovely. Look, it's even my size.
Do you forgive me?
Oh, thank you. Of course.
Must fly. Got a meeting the other side of town.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, darling. Darling. You're too good to me.
Mm-hmm.
See you later.
Hello.
May I help you?
I'm terribly sorry. I've made a mistake.
Oh.
No, the chap who just drove away, you see, I followed him all the way from town. I could have sworn he was someone I knew, an old friend. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Who'd you think he was?
Paul Tanner.
Well, you're right. That was Paul.
Was it?
Yes.
Well, what a coincidence. You know, I haven't seen him in years. There I am driving through a quiet little town in the middle of nowhere.
That really is a coincidence.
They say it's a small world, don't they?
Yes, they do. Well, I'm sure Paul will probably want to see you. Are you staying nearby, Mr.
Hardesty.
Hardesty.
Jack Hardesty. Yes, I'm here for a couple of days, staying at the Bull Hotel.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I've got the phone number, yes, huh?
Oh, good.
Huh? Yeah. There you are.
Ah, lovely. Thank you. I'll give it to him.
Do. Well. It's quite made my day, seeing old Paul after all this time. He looks well, too.
Oh, he is. He really is.
Hey, you wouldn't be Tony's sister, would you? Same hair, coloring, build? Even the dress. And you've both been Canadian.
American. I'm an American, Mr. Hardesty.
Well, to my ear, they both sound the same.
Yes, I'm sure.
Well, please forgive me again. Bye.
Goodbye.
Hi.
Have you heard any more news about Jack?
This is Jack. Remember? Jack Hardesty. Do you want me to spell it out to you? Do you want me to tell you exactly what you... That's the general picture, I think. Oh, I may have some of the finer details wrong, but that's about it.
How much do you want?
Half?
Half? You've got to be crazy.
I know I'm holding a good hand, Paul. And you've never dealt a better one. I don't even have to bargain. Half it is and half it's going to be. You can have all the time in the world to think it over. I don't mind, because I know what the answer is.
Celebrate the reunion, eh? Why don't you help yourself to a cigar?
Sounds wonderful. Havana, hmm? I'd say you've laid out quite an investment here, haven't you?
I tell you one thing, Jack. I bet you remember that time we took a boat on the river, yes? With those two girls, hmm? You got stuck with the ugly one. Of course you remember. You always had buck teeth. I particularly remember one thing you said to me, Jack. You said I'd be the death of you. I told you, he was putting the squeeze on.
Yeah, I know. Well, we could have paid him off or anything.
No. Half, Tony. He wanted half.
They'll find him.
They'll find an unknown man eventually. Took everything out of his pockets. Labels off all his clothing.
His body. They'll identify his body.
I'd put him over the cliff, Tony. Kind, thank you too much. Thank you. Not at all, no. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Thank you. Wow. Witness number one.
Well, your heart seems very sound. Blood pressure's all right. All the same, I'm not too happy about these blackouts you've been having. Just how many have there been, Mrs. Tanner?
Oh, about 5 in all.
I think, to be on the safe side, you ought to have a cardiogram. Now, I can arrange that for you on, next Wednesday at 11:30, that suit you?
Yes. Next Wednesday, that'll be fine.
Good. In the meantime, just rest. Get some fresh air, occasionally, of course. But,
Really? I feel fine.
Yeah, that may be, but that flu thing is still going around, so, you know, we have to look after you. So why don't you stay in bed?
Oh, come on. I'm not an invalid.
Humor me. Girls like you are scarce. Now do as Dr. Paul says. Just stay in bed, just for an extra hour.
All right, Dr. Paul.
That's better.
And, what else does the doctor prescribe?
This. And this. Overdose could be disastrous. For the doctor. Ready?
Morning.
Mrs. Tanner won't be down right away. She's going to stay in bed for a while. She's not feeling too well.
Oh, dear. Well, I hope she'll be all right.
Well, you've probably noticed... You must have noticed that she hasn't been herself recently.
Yes, I have. Is it another of those blackouts, then?
Who told you?
Oh, Mr. Pembury from down the road. I'll clean for him, too. He said he saw her pass right out, he said. Like death.
No.
Yes.
Oh, Paul, I wish we...
Don't break up now.
Oh,
come on. Got to go through with it. We're too close now.
Oh, I wouldn't do anything else. I want to go through with it. I want to see it. Hasn't been easy for me the past few weeks, you know. Thinking about you and her.
Hey, Paul.
What?
You're really early.
Yes, wanted to be. A man belongs with his wife once in a while. All work and no play. Well, today is going to be all play and no work.
Oh.
We're going to have dinner, go for a walk.
Yes, this is Mrs. Tanner. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
For your cardiogram, Mrs. Tanner. You remember we'd arranged it for next Wednesday at 11:30, but unfortunately I now find I have a hospital call at that time, so I rather wondered if we could put it back until... Your appointment, Mrs. Tanner.
Well, I'm afraid there must be some mistake.
Oh, Mrs. Tanner.
Yes, I am Mrs. Tanner, but,
Just yet. Now that's where you come in. You look like her. You look like the woman who took that medical and signed those forms 3 years ago. You're established now as Paul's wife. And who's going to guess that he has 2 wives? You get the picture? Tony isn't going to die. You are. You're going to do her dying for her. Then Paul collects them.
Jenny? Meanwhile, get out of here. Go on.
How much time?
I don't know. A few months, maybe 6.
No, Paul. No, no.
What?
No, we're going to do what we agreed as we agreed.
Don't be ridiculous. She's got $1 million, don't you see?
Oh, I see very clearly. I know you too well, Paul. You're married to a millionaire.
When I think of how close she came to destroying you. You, because you're the only one I've ever loved. And I know I should have told you from the start. And this way is a terrible shock, but you'll get over it. I have love enough for us to get over it. Perhaps it's better.
I've been having them lately. Even you've been saying how ill I've been looking.
Jenny, darling?
Ask my doctor. You'll find I have a history of blackouts.
Help me. Jenny! Jenny!
Morning, Miss Smith.
Good morning.